So welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Cyrill. Today I want to look into presentations and explain you 4 important things that you need to take into account when designing a presentation or a talk in order to make this a great success. So in order to have success, you typically need to have great ideas, and you need also to be able to communicate your great ideas in an effective manner to other people. So how to give convincing presentations that lead to change. This is what I want to talk about. So communication is important because you can take an idea which sits in your brain and implant it into the brain of other people and then make people act based on this idea. And this is a very powerful tool if this is done well. And presentations or talks are one way for realizing this type of communication. And it's very important, not only in academia, also in an industrial concept, or whenever you want to ship an idea to a larger audience. And what I want to talk here today is about how to give a good presentation which does 3 things. First, it should stimulate interest in the topic you're presenting. Second, it should get the main messages across. And third, it should lead to action for the audience. And the question is, how can we do this? What are key things that we need to do in order to be successful in this part? And the most important thing is you need to give people a why, they need to get an idea, and you need to avoid that people get bored while you're presenting. If you achieve those 2 things, giving them a why and making sure they're not bored, you are already on your way to success. So what are the 4 key things that you need to take into account? I said it already, start with why. Give people directly from the start a really good idea why they should listen to you. What is in there for them? Why should they care? And there's an important technique on what you can use and when you can do it. This is what's often called start with the why. So you start with explaining why something matters, setting the frame. Then you explain the how, kind of how you address the problem, how you tackle that challenge, how you want to lead to change. And then third, you need to talk about the what. What are you doing, or what do you plan to do very concretely? Never turn that around. Always go from why over how to what. This makes your message much more successful. The second key thing you need to make sure you have in your talk is what is often called an empowerment promise. So you need to tell the people really early on, within the first 2 or 3 minutes, why they are here and what they will learn listening to you, in the sense of what are they able to do after your presentation which they can't do right now. So you need to tell them how you will empower them. Of course, you need to live up to those standards, but this is something which is very powerful and keeps people engaged for quite a while. The third thing which is important is you need to be passionate about what you're talking. If you don't like the topic you're talking about, if you're bored, if you don't like your research, it's very hard to communicate that in a convincing manner. So be passionate about what you are talking. And if you are not passionate about it, see how can you fake it, or how can you use tools which you really like. So you're passionate about your tools, which makes you passionate in your presentation. Last but not least, you need to have good tools. Today, most of the tools we are using are slides. And there's a whole lot of things you can say about slide design, but make sure you have good supporting slides. And the most important things for your slides is use less stuff on your slides than what you think should be on them. And make your slides as simple as possible, as clear as possible, and as beautiful as possible. With those small tricks, not using them as a teleprompter, but making sure you have good slide design, you're already a step ahead of most other people. So in sum, with those 4 tricks, taking them into account, give the people a why, an empowerment promise, being passionate, and having good supporting materials such as slides, you're on your way for becoming a successful presenter. And being a successful presenter allows you to ship your ideas more effectively. You're more likely to be successful if you can communicate your ideas well to other people. So I hope that is useful, and there will be another series of 5-minute videos to come which cover different parts of how to give presentations. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your attention.